Joining me now is the actress Candace Maxwell. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Alex?
I'm wonderful, thanks. And I appreciate you sharing your time and your energy coming on the show, especially because of the project you're working on right now. Tyler Perry's A Madea Homecoming. Just the name is making you laugh. How funny was it working behind the scenes with that crew?
Wild. It was wild. Tyler is a big man. He has a lot of stature. But then seeing him as Medea with that wig on, it took me out. It was it was wild. And then literally there's like a meme, and it's so funny because it's like Tyler in the wig, Tyler directing, Tyler in the chair, Tyler doing everything. It's wild to see one person take on so many roles and do it all with excellence.
In your own way, that's kind of what you're doing as well. Tyler is a big fan of your work, has hired you before for a couple of different projects, and now you make your return as Ellie in the Homecoming movie. So tell me a little bit about sort of where you see yourself as an actress fitting into this scene. Do you think you're more of a comedy actress? Do you think you're on your way to being a drama actress? Where do you see yourself in your sort of grand scheme?
The goal, obviously, I mean, is to give you some serious drama. Halle Berry Monsters Ball, like, I want to give y'all that always and forever, like acting from my guts of my guts. But I also think there's a side of me that's so fun, so playful, and surprisingly funny and goofy. And just because I want to be a very dramatic actress doesn't mean I shouldn't get to show people my fun side, because people need to laugh more than ever. So I'm the kind of girl who can do it all.
For sure. I believe it. And now with Tyler Perry's A Madea Homecoming out, we can all kind of check that out for ourselves. Tell
Please.
me if you feel the same about this, okay? Because I grew up in the A. So,
Okay,
I'm
yes,
representing
me
over here, right?
too. Okay.
So to me, Tyler Perry's Madea movies were always a part of my childhood. Like, I didn't even have to watch them to know that they were there. And then when I did watch them, they reminded me of home. Is that kind of how you grew up? Like, that was just woven into the fabric of your childhood the way it was mine?
Yep. It's iconic. It's not only iconic Black history, it's iconic American history, like an
Yes.
American film history, because it's this character that has lived through all of these movies, through all of these time spaces. And yeah, it's just woven into the generation, I believe.
I would agree. Since you brought up Black history, it being
Mhm.
Black History Month, tell me a little bit about the perspective that you gain from telling Black stories. We're in a day and age where Black stories have never been celebrated as much as they are right now. And it's such a great thing to see.
Yep.
What kind of perspective do you think celebrating a truly Black American experience, or a Black American comedy like the Tyler Perry movies, has
Mhm.
given you as an actress?
Just that sense of family within the community. Like, I got to work with Tyler, I got to work with the character who plays Aunt Bam and Cora, and they've been doing this for years, and they've really built a fan base. They have such a strong fan base. So what I get from working with other Black actors who've been doing it longer in this comedic space is that when you really build a fan base, and you keep showing up for them, they keep showing up for you. So it's just a strong community. I really feel that in my heart.
When fans show up on Netflix to watch Homecoming, what are they going to see from your character? Tell us a little bit about Ellie.
Oh, Ellie, she is very, she's just goofy. She's the little sister who knows everybody's secret. She's a little mischievous, but at the end of the day, she's a heart of gold. She loves her family, she loves her community. And on the flip side of her being this fun, mischievous little sister, she's a female Black police officer in Atlanta, and she's
Yeah.
representing for that demographic, and wanting to bring justice, and she wants to bring her community together instead of dividing them. And I also think that's a very strong point that she makes in this film, because it's, especially with what we're dealing with right now just in the world, Ellie's a really strong figure, and I'm proud to play somebody like that.
That's really awesome. You mentioned advocacy, and that's something that's been a part of your life for, I would guess, as long as you've been really, Well, as long as you've comprehended what's going on in the world around us, we
Mhm.
all have causes that we champion. And for you, I was reading that it has a lot to do with underprivileged people and people who are caught up in trafficking and victims of crimes like that. Tell me, what do you do to kind of make those people's worlds a little bit of a better place?
Honestly, it's something that I'm still developing. I'm working on my advocacy side of the world, and how do I um help these girls heal, and anybody heal. Really, healing is such an important part of life. But my friend started an organization called Applejack's Ranch. They're going to be it's a ranch that we're acquiring the rights for. It's out in Arizona, and it's a place where young girls specifically who've dealt with sex trafficking or been victims can come, can rehab, can find themselves again, heal through therapy with horses. And we also want to provide just a safe place for them to live and to have a community, and then to blossom. So to give them real life skills so that they can get back out into the world and into the workforce.
Definitely. And that really showcases the range, by the way, that you possess, where you can crack jokes on the silver screen and then also tackle serious issues in the community. Where does that take you next? Where do you see your career going in the next year or so?
Well, the next year or so, I want to be working a lot on projects. I want to be acting right now. It feels like the prime time for not only a female creator, a Black creator, but just a human. I love acting. I love this, getting to tell stories. And also, I like a heightened reality. I think too often, we're living in such a heavy state of the world. And art is escapism at its finest, but it's also activism at its finest. So I want to be acting. That's what I want to be doing in a year from now, 5 years from now, hopefully 10 years from now, as well as maybe producing, maybe directing, having a family, growing as an advocate. I really look up to Angelina Jolie because she really traveled the world and saw that yes, what she does is powerful as an actress, but it's so much more powerful to use that voice and help people who don't have voices. I truly think that's one of the most beautiful things in the world, and what we're really here to do. So love that.
Right. So the plan is to have it all, essentially. The plan is to have it all.
Why not try to have it all, right?
Shoot for the moon, land in the stars, or something along those lines.
Yes, yes. What's my boy's name? Oh my gosh, he's from New York too. Oh God, it's a rapper. Oh, he passed away. Rest in Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
yep, yep. You know what I'm talking about. You know that song.
I do. I do. I know all those
Exactly.
songs. We play them on the show from time to time.
Um,
So
mhm.
rest in peace, Pop. But you know
Rest in
what?
peace.
You know what? I think that we've got a lot to look forward to. On the happy side of things, we have Tyler Perry's A Medea Homecoming, which is out now. Check it
Mhm.
out on Netflix.
Yes.
You've got big plans, both personally and professionally. And I don't know if this is truly the end of the Tyler Perry series. I would like to think that there's plenty more. Do you want to make any guesses about that?
I have no idea other than Tyler always has something up his sleeve. And the
Yeah.
studio is being there is amazing because I'm getting to work there with the series that I'm on, All the Queensmen, and just recently with Madea. And we have a season 2 of All the Queensmen. So it's so cool just getting to be at the studio and seeing how things are constantly moving, constantly changing and growing. I wouldn't be surprised if I know Netflix is a big deal because, by the way, that this Medea specifically is reaching a global audience on Netflix. So I
Mhm.
just think that there's so much more to come from Tyler and from his world and his universe. It's almost like a Marvel universe. There's a Marvel universe and then there's a Tyler Perry universe.
Absolutely. The
So
M the
I think wow.
MCU could stand for the Medea Cinematic Universe.
I mean, come on. They gave us Letterman jackets. I have a big M Letterman jacket now.
Yo, that's cool. Are you
Yeah.
actually going to wear that, or is that like a keepsake?
Oh, I'm gonna wear it. It's
Okay.
fly. Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Candace Maxwell, it has been a joy getting to know you, and it will continue to be a joy seeing you act and seeing you make a difference in the world around you. So, thank you for stopping by and kind of sharing a little bit of that.
Thank you, Alex.